He is so uptight, Ben. It's only February 11th and he's already close to a mental breakdown.
We should get him some weed, Sarah.
If anyone should smoke pot, it's him. But he would never take it. He is too tight-assed.
What if we slipped him some? Snuck it in some brownies or something?
If you make them, I will give them to him on Friday. You'll tell him they were left over from the Valentine's Day party.
Done. But don't say anything, unless he is in a great mood and wondering why.
It takes a few hours for pop brownies to hit. My shift will be over. You deal with him.
Tony grunted his way through Blinky's client base, throwing about 20% of them out of the office. It was bad enough keeping 2 sets of books in order to survive at Tony Pepperoni's pork roll pizza, but Tony was not going to risk his freedom signing off on bogus tax returns for $100 a pop. When he wasn't battling his clients, Tony was fighting the Pakistani neighbor over the thermostat that controlled the heat in both of their offices, arguing with the owner of the math tutoring business across the hall about their students urinating all over the toilet seats in the shared hall bathroom, spying on the hooker acupuncturists down the hall, and installing webcams to catch the women leaving cat food in the parking lot that was turning the local raccoon population into virtual panda bears. When he wasn't battling his clients or his neighbors, Tony was battling his receptionists.
The breath on that last guy, Sarah, and I could not get him to shut up. We were back there for almost an hour.
I know, buddy, and I've got like 10,000 messages for you.
I am returning no phone calls.
Yeah, I know that, you damn misanthrope. I just need you to answer their questions so I can call them back. By the way, your answering machine is the worst piece of shit ever shat from a butt. Why not get a digital machine? This tape machine is from the dinosaur age.
Well, according to my mom, the dinosaurs were around only 6,000 years ago. So, that's pretty modern.
Well, let me remind you, even in that diluted sense of time, answering machine technology has advanced quite a bit in the past 6,000 years. I was taking, like, the 25th message when someone said, "Tony, it is Saturday morning." A 6-day-old message.
People do not rewind it after they have taken the message. People are the problem.
No, people just are not used to using technology from the 1970s. This piece of shit is probably older than I am.
Yeah, older than an Iranian bride.
Your ass-backwards notions about Iranian brides better take a hike too, brother.
I just read The Persian Bride by James Buchan and The Art of Makan by Tariq Nasheed, so I am an expert.
Yes, obviously. You are the cultural paradigm to which we should all aspire to.
Thanks, but really Laura Graham would be a better choice for a role model for you, being a woman.
I would sooner vomit on her shoes than look to her as a role model. And Jesus, son, I think I hear something walking on the ceiling tiles.
We have got squirrels in the building, I think. I am pretty sure it is not the raccoon. If raccoons get in here, we're finished.
Anyway, try one of these brownies from the Valentine's Day party last night, before I eat them all.
Thanks. Hey, they're not bad.
Take them all. I had 3 yesterday and 2 more already this morning. Besides, I am stuffed from these 2 BLT sandwiches I just ate.
Thanks, I am starving.
Ben, whose shift followed Sarah's, came in early, eager to see if Sarah had gotten Tony to try a brownie.
Where are all the brownies?
You gave me 5. I had one about 20 minutes ago, and I gave the rest to Tony.
4? You gave him 4? Do you know how strong those are?
Actually, I'm just starting to feel it now. This is pretty good shit.
He has never had pot before. Who knows how it will hit him?
Oh well. Thanks for the brownie, Ben. Good luck with him today.
Oh, God. I'd better go back there and get him to offer me 1 or 2, before he gets too stoned. Sarah said you've got some brownies back here.
The she apostate.
Well, sorry Ben. He who hesitates is lost. I just finished them all. Hesitate. I just got here. This afternoon. For this afternoon only. If I hit the doorbell button, it is not for you to come and rescue me from a client that I cannot get out of the office. If I hit the button, it means I see one of the cat women on my webcam feeding the cats. I want you to go downstairs. I have got a disposable camera in the top drawer out there. I want you to go outside and take a picture of them and get their license plate number. Take a picture of the cat woman? Actually, take a picture of the license plate number too. What are you going to do with their license plate number? I'm going to call the cops. Call the cops for feeding cats? Feral animals. It's against the law. Plus they leave the food out and I've got raccoons under my car every night. I am gonna get bit and die of rabies. Okay. Whatever. Also, these Chinese women, after dark, I wanna get the license plate numbers of the guys going in there. I think they might be hookers. Those are hookers? They are pretty nasty looking. I know, that's the only reason I have any doubts. They've got 1 billion people over there and they could not spare 3 or 4 good-looking China women to be hookers here? A bunch of dogs, no offense. Why would I take offense? Not all Koreans eat dog. I know. Are you South Korean or North Korean, Ben? I am an American, Tony. My parents were from Seoul. If that's what you mean. That's South, I know. I just thought if you were North Korean, you might be able to get in good with these Chinese. He is paranoid enough without weed. This was a big mistake. What are you mumbling about, Ben? I said, Sarah left me a mess out there. I better get to work on those files. There's almost nothing out there, plus it's Friday, not too busy tonight. You're covering for Ricky Rose tonight, right? Yes. She said she had to leave early this afternoon for a funeral back home in Delaware. I want you to drive over to Metzger Dorm in Piscataway and see if her car is still in the parking lot. It's already the 3rd Friday night shift she has not come in for. I do not know what car she drives. An old white Mustang. I've got her license plate written down here somewhere. You wrote her license plate numbers down? I wrote all of your license plate numbers down. Due diligence. Route 1 will take me 90 minutes back and forth to Bush Campus, this time of day. I have got a friend at Davidson Hall. I will ask him to take a quick walk over there to check. Okay, good idea, Ben. I have got a great burst of energy for some reason, a real clear head all of a sudden. I think that Iranian is spiking the coffee. I complained one time that she made the coffee too weak and now she makes it super strong just to try to piss me off. What she does not know is that I like it super strong. I have never felt so clear-headed. Focused.
It could not have been more than 45 minutes since Tony ate the pot brownies, but they were already affecting him. Ben knew the full effect of the brownies wouldn't be for a few hours and he was bracing for the worst.
You do not have an appointment for a couple of hours. Why not open up that army cot from the closet and grab a nap? You have only been getting 4 hours a night sleep, you said. I only need 4 hours. I am wide awake. Starving though. For some reason, those 4 brownies made me hungrier.
Tony was getting the munchies.
You look a little clammy though. You might have caught a bug from someone. You should grab some wings while you've got the chance. I am not clammy, that is perspiration. It is February and it is 90 degrees in the building. I am having it out with the Pakistani once and for all.
Tony grabbed a can of Fevers and marched out into the hall outside of Blinky's office, wildly spraying the Fevers while loudly chiding, to no one in particular, about the deplorable hygiene of his fellow tenants. Then, Tony banged on the door of his Pakistani neighbor. All Ben could hear from inside the office was Tony ranting on about Bombay, cholera and the plague.
Ben, let me know when the brats from the math school start running up and down the halls. I am going to confront the math tutoring business owners regarding the students who urinate on the toilet seats in the men's room. In the meantime, I will be in my office keeping an eye out for the cat women.
The already paranoia-prone Tony was in a full-blown cannabis-fueled paranoid fit. Within minutes of returning to his desk, Tony spotted a high cortisol-faced cat woman leaving plates of wet cat food right next to Tony's car on his webcam.
Ben, I caught a cat woman.
The normally non-confrontational Ben was glad to have any excuse to get out of the office. He grabbed his coat and the disposable camera and headed outside to take a picture of the cat woman. Tony stuck his head out of his back window and watched the cat woman angrily confront Ben after he took a photo of her next to the cat food by Tony's car.
It's against the law to feed feral animals. What's her plate number, Ben? PLYM94. Okay. Good work. Get a picture of the van too. Was that really necessary? The woman almost killed me with her van. Thank God she tried to kill you, otherwise the cops would never be on their way over here. The cops? You called the cops? Of course, that's why I wanted you to take the pictures, so we would have evidence. But they did not want to send someone just to catch a cat woman, these damn municipal unions. But when I told them she tried to hit you on purpose, they had to send somebody. Tony, I don't think she was trying to hit me on purpose. She was just trying to leave as quickly as possible. You sounded like a lunatic screaming out the window. Besides, I did not take a video out there. The photos will probably all turn out blurry. Anyway, I am not looking to get her on attempted murder. I just want her to stop feeding the cats so the raccoons will stop hanging around out here. I only told them about her trying to hit you to get them to come over. Tony, it's really not a good idea for the cops to come over here right now. Why not? No reason.